This video is about making Addictive Drums kit in Maschine. I just bought Maschine, so I'm not an expert at this, but I figured out how to do this, and when I was trying to look it up, I couldn't find anyone who would tell me step by step how to bring basically one instance on multiple pads. So I'll do it real quick. First, we'll just make sure it's brand new. I call this group Addictive Drums. Now you have a few options. I'm sure you've already thought of. You could put it in keyboard mode. That's no fun. You could have each drum a different instance, but if you add an effect to one hi-hat articulation, it won't go on the other. You could put all 16 pads on one instance. That has some advantages, like if you change a preset, it will change on all the pads just by changing it one time by opening it. But the con of that is that any effects you add within Maschine will apply to every single pad. So if you add reverb to the kick drum in Maschine, then it will add reverb on on the hi-hats, the toms, everything. Now if you do it within Addictive Drums in the preset, it won't affect it. And most likely what you'll want to do is do it in groups. And that's what we'll do today, but you don't have to do it that way. Where the hi-hats will be one instance, the kick and I'll do the kicks and the snares on another. So first thing I'm going to do is the first pad, I'm going to do an external instance of Addictive Drums. Now you only have 16 pads, so you have to choose the 16 pads you want to use for articulations. 16 articulations you want to use for the pads. So let's see. I'll double click on it. And I'm just going to do it in, you don't have to do it this way, but I'm going to do it in GM mode, General MIDI. That way, if I use the same setup, it should work for a lot of other drum kits too. And then you can do a map window to see where you'll need to know what articulations are on what keys when you're setting it up. So in other words, so the first one I'll do will be the kick drum. And if you look right here, it'll only show up when you're on the kick drum. Even when you have other sounds on the other ones, other pads, it's not going to show you the actual file, the actual Addictive Drums. So I'll go look, and the kick is at C1. It says even right there. So what I'm going to do is move this out of the way. See the kick? I click on this and move this to C1. Now, an interesting thing is it seems that if you add something to the sequencer, it won't move along with it. So remember, it's where you had it. So don't, if you may had something set before, reset it. As far as sequencer, so now if you hit this, it should be just fine. Okay. Now that's all we have to do for the first one. Now the second one. And we look to see it disappeared. So you go here. We'll do snare open hit. That's D1. So we'll go over here, make this D1. And we'll close this. We'll make this snare open hit. And we'll do this. We probably will not hear sound right now. Let's see. No snare sound. Okay. So what we're going to do is go back. We're going to go up here, and we'll see where the plug is. We're going to go to this switch instead. I don't even know what it's called, and switch this to the S1, and that's the destination. It's the S1, and we'll keep the channel at 1. And now we should hear the snare. Let's see. And then we could we'll make a snare rim shot right here. And it's the same basic idea, and you always go to whatever that instance is you want to piggyback on. So we'll go here, we'll make a C notes there, and we'll go to the switch, hit the MIDI, go back to S1 and keep it in channel 1. Let's see. Oh, it's not working, so let me take it off and put it back in. Did I do it right? Oh, I did not change this from C3. We want to go to, we look here, it's E1, snare rim shot. So we'll go here. I'm going to take it off and put it back in. And then you could keep going on and applying each pad to the S1 destination. Now, if you want to do something different with the hi-hats, just to show you how that's all the same instance, if you go here, and then you go, let's see, if I go here, if I make this, see, it's changing on all the instruments. Okay. We'll stop that. I'll bring it to something. Now, if we wanted to do something like the hi-hats is their own operation, so we could affect the hi-hats separately. Basically, follow the same thing. We'll make it hi-hat close tip, and we'll create a new instance. I'll go back to plug. And since I want the hi-hats to be its own thing, I'll make another instance of Addictive drums. But you might not. You might want the hi-hats to be within all that on that first instance. And we'll keep it the start up. And that is, let's go over here. I'll change this to GM. Now, everything you do, you have to do on two of them if you're going to have two instances. And we'll do the closed tip, which is F sharp 1. So we'll go here, F sharp 1. Now, mind you, the closed tip is a separate instance. So if I want to change a drum kit, I'd have to do it once on the hi-hats and once on the kick and snares that we have as one instance. You can do as many or as little instances as you want, but you have to have at least one, obviously. And I'll make the hi-hats yellow since they're kind of yellowish. Okay. Make this one. This is pretty much all you do. Hi-hat, foot, closed. And first make it the right key, which is G sharp 1. And then go up here, and we will add it to destination will be S5, not S1, because we want it to be with the other hi-hat. And we will make it channel 2. And I'm going to make sure this hi-hat's channel 2 also. I'll make this one channel 2. Let's see how this works. And see if we can make the hi-hats just the drum machine. Let's try that here. And just say we add effect on the hi-hats, so we can do that easily. We'll go to, and make sure you have it selected for this one. And we will make it, we will make it this on. Down sound. We'll go here. We'll add chorus. We'll add some very clear. We'll add a frequency shifter. But you won't be adding to the kick snares. Hope that helps someone. I couldn't find this information, and I figured it out, so I figured I'd just post it if anyone bringing it here. Hope that helps. Thank you. If you have any questions, just leave in the comments section.